Hello everyone and welcome to Flower Friday.
Hey there.
My name's Amanda.
I'm Sherry.
And we are the mother-daughter designers at Grace Monroe Home, where we help you transform the ordinary home into an extraordinary home.
That is exactly right, and I am excited about this wreath we're going to do tonight. It is such a sweet, sweet, pretty wreath, and I'm excited to share it with you.
I know. Tonight we are going to be making a lamb's ear and roses wreath. And I have wanted to do this one for a while now.
Yeah.
I just think these are so pretty and romantic and like the perfect farmhouse style or wedding wreath. So we're going to be making one of those
Yes,
today.
and they're not extremely complicated.
Oh,
and I love that about them, but yet they just look so beautiful. And the roses that we've got, oh my goodness.
I really feel like that this wreath anybody could make. I don't think you have to be like have like a lot of
yes, exactly. Anybody can do this.
Yeah, anybody could do this, and it's so pretty. So I'm really excited about this one. So welcome.
Me too.
Welcome everybody. Those of you who are joining us live, we are so happy to have you guys here with us today.
Yes, we are. And if you don't mind right now, while we're getting everything set up, if you would go and share this, it would certainly help us, and we appreciate that so much.
Yeah. Hey, Phyllis.
Hey there, Phyllis.
Glenn, hello, guys. Thank y'all for joining us. Hey, Rachel. We are so glad to have y'all on with us. If you are watching us live, please type live in the comments and let us know where you're watching us from.
Yes.
If you're typing replay, you can type replay in the comments. And again, let us know where you're watching this video from.
That's right. And I want to know what the weather is like where you are. It's been 81 today.
It's been warm.
Yeah, warm. Yes.
We spent pretty much me and my kids, we spent the whole entire day outside.
I know, yep.
We had a homeschool little outdoor field trip, and so we spent the whole day outside in the sunshine, and it was just so nice.
It is very nice. Yep. Of course, it'll get cold again. We're in Alabama. That's how it is here,
Yeah,
so we'll have another cold spell, but that's okay. It is nice while it's here.
So we're going to go ahead and let y'all know what we're working with today. First, we're doing this on a 14-inch grapevine wreath base.
That's right.
With this type of wreath, we're making a full round wreath. You could do it on any size base, smaller, larger, any size base this would work for.
Yeah, you really could.
So we've got our wreath base. We have lamb's ear. Lamb's ear is just so popular. I know, and I have not checked recently, but I know our Walmart had some beautiful lamb's ear.
They really, yes.
This is actually from
Joann's.
But you can almost find it anywhere now because it's so popular with all the farmhouse decor.
That is right. And what we've done is because these are made like they are, we've just cut them apart.
Yeah.
A lot of times you'll see us scoot everything to the top, but these don't do that. So we've just kind of cut them in 3 sections.
So we've got, we're actually probably going to use 2 to 3 bushes of that. And lamb's ear is actually pretty inexpensive.
It really is.
That's always good too. So we've got some more greeneries that we're going to be using. Some just assorted different greeneries, kind of in the same color family that we're going to be using. And we've got some beautiful roses. Look at these.
Aren't those pretty? I love those. They look so real.
Yeah, and these kind of have a little Victorian.
They do. They're kind of a peachy
kind
pink
of a blush
color. Yeah, blush. That's a good color.
Really,
good name. Yeah.
You could use, any color, whatever color.
Yes,
purple.
any color. Because this is a great one that would go inside of your house if you wanted to use it somewhere, like in your, your family room, or even in a little girl's room or something. It'd be so cute.
Yeah, I'm thinking that these two may end up
in
your
daughters. Yeah,
I know.
My granddaughters. Yeah.
I think they're probably going to want them.
They just may. That's right. And I did want to say something that in our Design with the Pros Club, which is open right now, so y'all go sign up. We'd love to have you in the club. But this whole past month, the month of February, we talked about greenery, and that was one thing in picking out the greeneries that we were going to use with this. Because of the color of the lamb's ear, you see it's kind of a grayish tone, so we didn't want to put something, I don't really have anything right here handy, but I wouldn't want to put something bright green or anything like that with it. So we chose some things like some boxwood and some other some sage. I don't know what that is, but anyway, we picked some that they are green, but they have that frost and that that kind of a blue-green tint. And so that's something that you've got to keep in mind when you're choosing your greeneries to use in a wreath. So I just did want to mention that. We're
going to use a few little berries in ours, and you know, that's totally up to you.
Yes.
If you want to use a lot of berries, you could. Anything like that would look really pretty in this one.
It would.
And like I was saying before, as far as colors go, we're kind of using the blush with the lamb's ear, but you know, purple would be pretty, yellow would be pretty.
Oh yes, anything.
You could do this in white. So if you were making this for like a wedding, you know, whatever color scheme you needed to go with would really work with this type of wreath.
That is right. And we're going to go ahead right now and start putting our eucalyptus in. And like I did say, I have cut it in 3 separate pieces. And I'm just going to start first by going around the outside of my wreath. And a lot of times you'll see me, you know, I do my cross and that kind of thing. With this particular thing, because we're doing the all the way around, I'm just going to go all the way around the outside first with this. So that is what I'm going to do now.
And if you guys have questions, we are happy to answer those for you.
Ask, because that is what we are here for.
We are so glad that you guys are spending your Friday afternoon with us.
Yes. Yay, yay, it is Friday.
Yep.
Who's got special plans today? Y'all let us know. I'd love to hear what all y'all are going to be doing.
I hope that tomorrow is as pretty as it was today.
It's supposed to be here this weekend, so.
Kind of putting these in at a little bit of an angle.
Yeah, just at a little small, not a real deep angle, but just a little, you know, I want them to go around. And so I am putting them in an angle. And while I'm doing this, because I'm just going to keep on going around, I do want to tell you a little bit about Design with the Pros Club. If you're new to us or you aren't in the club already, we have a wonderful group of members. Our members are just amazing. I think we've got the best members in the world, and we love our people so much. We are so grateful for them. But we're just a community. We're a community that we're a no drama group. We don't like drama, so we don't do drama, and we just encourage each other. One of the things that that we do that I enjoy probably the most each month is once a month we do our Wreath Critiques, and that's where we let each member of the group post a picture of a wreath that they've done that they want critiqued, and we go through and we critique those. And that's always the most fun, and especially when we'll have several that do it each month, and sometimes they won't for a few months. They'll wait a little while and then they'll do it again, post another one, and just seeing the growth in our members has been amazing. That is something that I just cherish every month, being able to do that.
Yeah. So, if you are new to us, if you're a member of Design with the Pros Club, y'all post in the comments. Let us know what you love most about being in Design with the Pros Club.
Yes.
And if you're not, in our Design with the Pros Club, we give you tons, over 100 tutorials on how to make designer wreaths like we've been making for the last, 15 plus years now?
Yeah.
So we have tons of tutorials in there for you and all kinds of fun information.
Yes,
we
do.
If you're interested in learning about that, I'm going to pop the link in the comments, and you guys are welcome to go there, look at it, check it all out. There's a quick little video you can watch, all kinds of testimonials and information there. And then if you have any questions, we're happy to answer any questions you have.
That is right. So if you do have questions about Design with the Pros or about what we're doing right now, feel free to ask away. That is what we are here for. And in case you are new to us, we are here every Friday for our Flower Friday. This is our time to be with you all, and we love it.
And I do want to mention too, because I don't think that we said this earlier, but our Design with the Pros Club is only open 3 times a year. So that's why we're talking about it with you today, because we are closing next week.
Yes, and
so we're
we
just
don't want you to miss it.
But I'm about halfway done, right?
Yep.
So I'm just going to keep...
I got my piles mixed up, so I'm having to go through, and I had separated them based on when I cut them off of here, because some are a little different than others, and I got them mixed up. I got to talking.
Now, if you get the lamb's ear, if you can find the lamb's ear at your Walmart, I don't think you have to cut those in half.
You don't, and they are beautiful.
But
they are really, really good.
Yeah, they are.
So
I like those a lot, but ours doesn't have them all the time. So,
no.
But this is good. This is good.
These are good.
You just have to cut them in half.
They're still pretty, and I do love them.
And this is, again, one of those wreaths that is just, you know, anybody could make.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it doesn't matter your skill level.
Nope, it really does not.
I think this would be a good gift, too.
I do, too. I do, too. I would certainly love to get it.
Me, too.
Off.
Jackie said, what goes with sunflowers and geraniums? What other flower would you put with a sunflower and geranium wreath?
I would put something small. I like to try not to, unless I'm doing just a completely round wreath, sort of like what we're doing now, I like to only maybe use 2 larger flowers and then some smaller things. So what I would use with sunflower and geraniums, I would add some ranunculuses. I would add just some little daisies, little, you know, field flowers, things like that, I think.
And actually, Jackie, we do have a tutorial in Design with the Pros Club.
Yes, we do.
And I know you're a member, so if you wanted to go back and look at that, you could do that.
Definitely.
And it is a sunflower and geranium wreath.
Mm-hmm, it is, yeah. One of my favorites,
I love that one. Now, this is the bush before we cut it.
Yeah.
And so I'll show you how we cut it, in case you get this one from Joann's. We cut it right here. We actually cut it in 3 places. So I cut it right here. And so I've got that little piece that I'm using. And then we cut it right here. So that gave us 3 nice pieces.
Yeah.
So that's how we cut all of them on the bush. Marilyn said, do you have any members from England in the club? Just wondering where they buy their supplies. We do have some. I'm not sure, though, where they purchase their supplies from. I'll have to see if I can find out.
Yeah, because I don't know. We actually do. We have some from several other countries.
Yeah.
And so I don't know the answer to that.
I cut that one wrong.
Yeah, that's me. I keep doing that.
So that one actually got 4 out of. I can't talk and cut.
I know.
I get distracted easily.
Yep. Hey. It happens.
I think you may have done yours a little bit
closer together.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe about to run out of my eucalyptus. I may have done them too close together, but that's okay.
Well, I'll add some more, but this is where I'm at so far. You notice I've just gone around the outside. I've started putting some along the inside here, and I'm still just putting them in at an angle, and I'm going to kind of fill in. But we still have, of course, our other greenery and our really pretty big roses.
And, you know, this is something that, you know, like she said, I am putting them closer together, but that's all preference too. You know, you can use it closer together, make it a little tighter, or have it a little looser, whichever you like. Either way, I think is fine.
Jean says, she has a question about Design with the Pros Club. And she said, if you cannot attend the live video, can you go and watch the replay?
Always.
Yes. In fact, you can always go back and watch the replay. And as a member, you have access to the over 100 videos that we already have in there. So you can watch all of those videos as well.
On top of what we do each month. So yes, you get access. Once you join, you get access to all that we've done in the prior months, you know, in design, or years now, but in Design with the Pros.
So absolutely.
So one thing that's good, because like we said, we did discuss greenery last month, so if that's something that, you know, you have trouble with or anything like that, you can go watch everything that we did for the last month. And
so I'm going to add a little bit more of this. Yours is a little thicker, I think.
I'm just
going to go layer it in.
I was looking for the bigger leaves, but I'm going to have to cut another couple.
I love lamb's ear.
I do too.
I have an arrangement in my house. Actually, we did it here on Flower Friday.
Yeah, we did.
But I just love it. It just, I don't know, it's just one of those, it's just
one
makes
of those,
you feel good
when
I look at it.
Yeah, I love it too. I don't use it a lot, but I actually do really love it. But it is one of those, like we were talking about, that, you know, you do have to use certain color greenery with it, and so that's really the reason that I don't use it as often as I would like.
Plus, I think too that it's, you know, it depends on the style you're going for.
It definitely does.
You know, if you're going for the farmhouse style, which I love, then it, you know, it's definitely good for that. But if you're not, you know, if you're not into that style, then you might not want to use it.
Right. Just about got it all the way around the outside.
And if you just want a lamb's ear wreath, you could just fill it up. Just fill it up with lamb's ear. Go all the way around.
You really could.
Go around at an angle.
And it would be just as pretty as, you know, what we're going to do if you wanted to do that.
You could go around at an angle and then all the way around the outside, and then you just come in the inside and fill in at that same angle. Very similar to how we do our Magnolia wreaths, actually.
Yep. Okay, now that I've got it all the way around the outside, let me turn it this way because I can't see real good. Make sure I got it even. Okay, so now I'm going to sprinkle some in the inside. You've already done that,
yeah, I've started a little bit.
That's all right.
I didn't do a ton on the inside.
No, I'm not going to do as much on the inside as I did on the outside, but you'll see that I'm kind of bringing it down a little towards the middle, and I'm just going to sprinkle a few around.
And of course we will, like I have a pile here, and you know, then at the end I'm going to go in and
we'll go in and
fill
up anything.
Judy says, does dipping the stem ends in the glue make it sturdy enough for the wreath for a cemetery decoration?
For sure it does.
I mean, we have used our glue skillet, like over 10 years now.
Over 10 years,
and
yes.
To me, I think that it holds better than a glue gun.
It really does. I've never had a bit of trouble with it. We've made cemetery flowers and things, never had a bit of trouble with you know, them holding up or anything, even directly, you know, outside in the weather. So
Kim asks, can I use the same technique with magnolia leaves? And yes, absolutely. In fact, I've got a video where I'm doing this, and I use the exact same technique, so you can go watch that if you want to as well.
Yeah, and that's for everybody, and we've got that video that everybody can watch.
It's on our YouTube channel and on our blog, but it's the same exact technique. You just go around at an angle, around the outside, and then come in the inside. It's very simple.
Yes.
Annette, I did say 2 to 3 bushes of lamb's ear. I cut up 3 bushes, and we'll see if I use them all. I've got a pile here.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna put just got a random leaf
I guess I got
here,
about
so
the same amount.
yeah, it looks like it. I'm just gonna stick that in there. I'm gonna put one more up there at the top.
These roses, these are actually from a wholesale company called Sullivan.
Yes, Sullivan Gifts. Mm-hmm.
But Michael's has some really pretty roses, very, very similar, that you can get. And these are just some blush roses.
Yep. Put one more just because I had it left. So, all right, now that we've got that, I want to go ahead and put my roses next before I put my other greenery. I love these, absolutely. But you could use peonies. You know, you don't necessarily have to use roses. I do recommend kind of a roundish flower head like this to do this with, but you certainly could use peonies.
Pretty together.
That is so, so pretty. I love it. So feminine and pretty and sweet. Did you cut some of the, I'm going to cut.
I kept the little buds on there.
You cut all 3?
What? Did I have 3?
Well, no, I've got 2.
Yeah, I got 2.
Yep. Because these have 2 little buds. I think we'll leave them on to try it, and then if we don't like it, we can always cut them off. Yeah. I am going to cut this one leaf off, though, because it's a little too many.
And we do use a glue skillet. Going back to what she was asking just a minute ago, if we did not tell y'all that, that's what we're dipping our stems in. It's just a skillet full of glue.
Yep, and I'm just going to put this right in the middle, in the top, just like that. Isn't that pretty, nestled in that lamb's ear? So, so pretty. Put this one on.
And those little rosebuds look cute.
They do.
I like them.
I like those too.
Make them look really realistic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these even have little, well, I thought they had thorns, but yeah, they do. They've got little bitty thorns on them. Yeah. I thought I could feel that. And now we're going to be putting 4 of these in, and you know, I know somebody's going to say, oh, but the, you know, power of 3, you got to put only 3, the triangle and all that. But when you're doing something round like this, you want to make sure you've got it on every side. So you're going to put 1, 1, 1, 1. So that's why we're going to use 4 for this.
Those are so pretty.
They really are. Not wanting to go in right there. This is not this pretty. We're going to get it in there.
Uh-oh, I've got my tag still on.
Uh-oh. Sometimes you got to manhandle them.
Well, that?
Yeah, I'm having a
manhandle the tag, too.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do that, too. There we go. All right, I got it to stay. I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to put this one over here first so that I know exactly where to put my bottom one.
Nita asked if you have a cold. And I know.
Yeah. Well, it's not a cold. It's when I come in here, and I think it's just all the stuff on here. Yeah. I start getting stopped up, and it's something about the frosted stuff.
I already said right before we started.
She said it. Yeah.
I'm probably gonna be sneezing and coughing because when this stuff, I don't know, this dusty stuff that gives it that really pretty color.
All in both our noses, and
it's like, so just be warned.
Yeah, definitely.
It's beautiful.
It's worth it because it's beautiful, but whoo, it'll get you.
Well, it's because it flies everywhere.
It does, yeah.
See, like little particles fly everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. Isn't this pretty? Okay, so let me just pull it out so that you all can see where we are right now. It's already pretty, and you could just fill it up with more eucalyptus and be done with it.
Lamb's ear.
Lamb's ear.
Or eucalyptus.
Or eucalyptus if you wanted to. Yeah, lamb's ear. And be done with it if you wanted to. But, I can't do that, so I got to add some more.
But we do have more of the lamb's ear here, like I said,
yes.
and I'll probably definitely add some more.
We'll probably do that.
Yes, Susan, burlap does that to me also. And anytime we use anything glittered or snowy.
Oh, glitter.
Ooh, it gets my allergies going.
It does. Now we've got some of this. I want to go ahead and add it.
And these are really just various greeneries that we had laying around. We just kind of looked through our pile of greenery
just to see what we had that would go, and that had the same color scheme, because that's, you can have different shades of the same green. So that's what we were looking for. So I am just going to kind of sprinkle these around, because that's going to add even more interest to our wreath, which is what we want to do.
Put mine behind the roses. I'm not sure where you're putting
I just kind of put them beside them. It doesn't
mine.
really, it's wherever.
I lost some of my lamb's ears.
Uh-oh. Just like that. Okay. And now I've got some, this is just some, I guess you'd say that's the cream boxwood, and I don't want much of this, so I'm going to kind of bring this around in the center just to add just a touch of it. And there again, that's something you can leave out completely. I want to go ahead and add my pretty little berries. Now, if you didn't want to use pink for this, if you wanted to use it inside your house or whatever, and you didn't want to use this color, you could use white berries. You could use no berries. You wouldn't have to necessarily use any. But I think these just kind of add to the fun of it. So I'm going to put one right in there. Bring one right in here. And you could cut these apart if you wanted to. I just left them together because I didn't want them too much in there. I just wanted a few little places. Ooh, my nose is itching.
Felt like working with glitter.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so now I'm going to add this boxwood, and I love this. It's kind of got a light green, but then it's also got the gray in it that's mixed all in it. I don't know if you can see, but that's just so pretty, I think. So I am going to sprinkle this all around.
Let's see. Somebody asked us how we got our, Julie asked how we got our business name, Grace Monroe Home. Well, Grace Monroe Home is my daughter's middle names.
Yeah, both of her daughters.
So I have a Stella Grace and an Olivia Monroe.
That's right.
And so that is how we picked that name.
That's right.
And I am sure before long you'll see them in here helping us.
Yes, I feel sure, because they want to all the time now.
They have already
so
asked
funny.
if they can come on for Flower Friday.
Yes.
So
one of these days they're going to have to do that.
So you guys will have to let us know if you would like for them to come. There's 7 and, well, almost 7 and 8.
That's right.
And they think that they can make beautiful wreaths too. And you
yes,
know what? They can.
They can, for sure.
Anybody can make it.
No doubt about it. I know they can. And they do every time that I tell them that I've got to work. Can I come?
Mm-hmm. They love it.
They do.
So I'm filling in here a little bit. Oh, you know what? I didn't even start putting that in.
Oh, you didn't hear me say?
No.
Yeah.
I went back
you were telling the story.
To putting the other.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some more in of the other, but I was just kind of adding this before I add more eucalyptus. Can't get them pushed up. These push up too, but they're a little harder because of the frosting that they have on them. So you have to manhandle those.
And really, this other greenery, I mean, you could use it or you could not. I haven't even decided because it's kind of full as it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did mine a little more compact than you.
Yeah, you did.
So I don't even know if I need to add it.
Yeah, that's strictly up to you.
But really, this is one of those wreaths that you can just make with scraps.
Yeah, you really can.
Whatever you have left over greenery-wise, you just kind of
Yep.
drill it in.
This one does not want to move up. I'm determined it's going to, so.
Let's see what this looks like in there.
There we go.
I have some of this too. What is this called? Is this dusty?
I don't know if that's, I don't know what that is.
No, maybe you guys know
Y'all
what it's
tell
called.
us what that, I am terrible. Well, I'll say I know what they are, and then I'll realize I've called them the wrong thing.
Yeah, so that's, I'm going to add a little bit of that in mine, I think.
Yep.
Because I have
I've got some too. I think I might add some in mine as well.
This is what that bush looks like, and this is also from Joanne. Is it Joanne or Joanne's?
Joanne's. Is it?
I think it's Joanne.
I think it's Joanne.
I think I always say it wrong.
I always say Joanne's, but I think it's Joanne. No S.
I don't know. That store, y'all know what I'm talking
Y'all
about.
know what we're talking about. And if you don't have one close by, you can order online. Most places, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty in there, I think.
I think I'm going to add some too. But I still want to get this put around first. You know I love the compact greenery.
And this is really, how much you use in it is really just going to depend on the size of the base. Because mine is a little bit smaller and it's a little bit more compact. Now I could kind of bring it out more, bring the materials out more and make it a little bit bigger, but I've kind of got mine a little bit more compact, I guess you would say.
Yeah. Are you going to add
for this
the
one,
other?
I'm not really looking.
Because we've also got the mini ficus
a little bit of
that we can add, and I love the look of that. And like she said, you know, we're adding a lot of different things. You don't have to do that. It will be just equally as beautiful if you just want to add, you know, 1 or 2 of the greeneries. So don't let that scare you, because I know a lot of people say, I don't know how to pick all that, and you know, don't let that worry you. You don't have to use all of that.
I got that even. With this type of wreath, because you're not using a bow and it is round, you kind of do, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be perfectly, everything perfectly symmetrical, but you do kind of want to make sure that you're placing things, you know, as even around as possible. Now, I do not measure. Y'all know when I make bows, when I do anything, I do not measure, but I kind of eyeball it and try to get things even all the way around.
Yeah. Okay, so now let me add a little bit of this too, because I love this too. I wonder if it's got what it's called on it. No, it says spring bush. So, yep, it doesn't tell what it is. So, if y'all know, I want to know. I know, I don't know how she makes them.
To even figure out where my top is, because I think that my original top is not the same
it's
top
not
I started
the same
with.
top. Yeah, that's usually what happens.
Because I'm like spinning it around. Yeah, Ethel said Dusty Miller. That's what I thought it was.
I think you're right. I think that is what
it might not
is.
be, so sorry if it's not.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Add some more of my lamb's ear in here as well.
Yep. Saving that to last to fill in anywhere that I need to fill in.
If you wanted to add a little burlap bow or lace bow or something like that,
it would be beautiful, yeah.
We're not going to today, but you could, for sure.
Now, let me show you a little trick that I do. Sometimes you will get a bush and get it home and the top's missing, like with that one. So all I do, and trust me, it will hold, is I just take my wire cutters and just bend the top down, just like that, and then squeeze it together the best I can, and it will hold. You don't have to worry about it. It's not gonna fall out, but I do that a lot if I get home and something's missing, which happens.
Yeah, it does happen.
Let's see. I'm gonna turn it this way really quick just to see I've gotten off. There we go. This one right behind my rose.
I heard somebody out there.
I
before.
I thought I did too. Maybe not here.
I'm hearing things.
Yeah, maybe. Probably not. It's probably one of the grandkids trying to come in. Okay, so, and I also want to add, oops, I got one more. Let's see where I want to put this.
You know what would be pretty too?
What's that?
I feel like if you put some lavender in here.
Oh, wouldn't that be beautiful? That would. And I'll tell you something, there again, Walmart has some beautiful lavender.
Oh, yeah.
They have some beautiful lavender, or ours did. Now, I don't know, you know, if they all do, but now this is going to be a little bit wilder. So, you know, this again is something you do not have to use if you don't want to. I kind of like things that are a little different, so I am going to use some here and there before I put the rest of my eucalyptus leaves in.
Eucalyptus?
I keep calling it, I don't know why I keep calling it eucalyptus.
Well, because
apparently it was supposed to be eucalyptus instead of lamb's ear.
We did actually talk about using eucalyptus.
Yeah, we did, and I guess that's why I keep calling it that.
You got it stuck in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lori, I think lavender would
be beautiful. And this is just a mini ficus bush that came from Michael's. I love this bush just because it kind of gives your wreath that movement, and I really like the look of it. These together. There we go. But that is what is good about wreath making, and that's what we stress in our Design with the Pros Club, is that, you know, everybody has a different way of looking at things, and I like one thing, somebody else likes something different. That's what makes the whole wreath making community wonderful, is because we all have different ways of looking at things. And that's what we tell our members, that just because I do this a certain way, if you like something different, you add something different. You make things your own that way. And you know, like Amanda and I, for instance, Amanda likes things a little more symmetrical, a little more put together. I like things that are a little bit wilder looking and a little I don't like, well, I like things that are perfectly round, but I also really love things that are just kind of, you know, they just are out there and just kind of wild looking. So everybody has their own unique way of looking at things, which makes it perfect. That's what we love, is for everybody to make things their own.
And, yeah. And, you know, with this, you can use as much or as little. I might just stop. I might just, you know.
Yes, because
like,
it's
keep going, but I think I might just stop. I didn't even really use even half of what I thought I was going to use.
I know, and I've used just about all of my stuff.
And I'm usually the one, like,
and
keep
she's
on
the one that
on.
keeps on, but I just keep wanting to add a little more here and a little more there. But that's right, you don't, you can do what you want to. And I tell you something else with this, you know, those roses had beautiful leaves on them, and we ended up, or I ended up cutting some of the leaves off, but there would be nothing wrong, because these are the same shade, they're the same, in the same family of greens, so, you know, they would be pretty kind of stuck in here or there. So keep that in mind I just may have to do that because I like the look of those. Now I'm cutting this eucalyptus up a little more than I did the other because I'm going to put these here and there just wherever I feel like we need some.
Hey Shannon, we are happy that you are going to be joining us in design.
Yay! Yay, Shannon. We look forward to getting to know you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I know that there's all kinds of groups, and that is what's so wonderful about, you know, the internet now. You can find out how to do just about anything you want to, but our members in our group, I just believe, are the best out there. We love our people. We are so very blessed.
We are, that is for sure. I'm adding one of the rose leaves behind each of
I think that I'm going to add some. I just think they're pretty.
The roses.
Yep. I think they are pretty.
Just to add that little bit of contrast. This is one too that you could actually use. We have several tutorials showing you how to make lantern arrangements, and this is one that I would use, or you could use as a lantern arrangement. So you just sit your lantern right there in the center. I wish we had. Well,
I thought we had one in here, but I don't know right where.
Yeah.
Where how to get my hand on it.
I don't know if the one that we have would fit anyway, but
yeah, it may not.
It would be a perfect lantern arrangement too if you you know if you wanted to use it for that.
Yeah. I'm just adding some of my roses leaves, and now to add these, you could cut them off of the stem so that you had some of the stem on with it, but I'm just pulling them off of the stem completely. And then just dipping the ends into the glue to put them where I want them. I just think they're pretty leaves.
And this really is just a simple wreath. Like we said, anybody can make this.
Anybody
it is not hard, you know, at all.
Turn it this way just to see what I need.
And you could add as much or as little as you wanted to.
Yep.
I think I'm going to stop.
You're going to stop.
I think I'm going to stop.
Yep. Imagine that. I'm keeping on and she's
like
stopping.
Yesterday, I don't know if you guys watched our, us live yesterday, we made the blue and yellow lemon wreath, which if you did not watch that, go back and watch that because I actually have that on my door now and I'm keeping that one.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
I thought that would happen.
It's so pretty.
It is pretty.
So if y'all missed that, go back and watch that video. But I literally kept adding and adding and adding.
Yeah.
Today, I think I'm gonna
be
a little more low key
now. Yeah, but I don't know. I keep seeing something that I want to add here or add there. So let me put one more little piece, then I'll stop.
Oh, Robbie said she loved that lemon wreath. I did too.
That is one of my favorite combinations. I think using the yellow and the blue, I just love that.
Yeah, I love that color too. And it's a color combination that a lot of people don't think to use, which actually your kitchen is yellow.
Yes, that's my kitchen. And I love it. And I would definitely, if I had a wall free, I don't have a wall free, but I would definitely use that in my kitchen. Now you see I've got stems in the back, so I'm just going back and cutting off my stems so that I get it as close to the wreath as possible because we wouldn't want to scratch up anybody's door or anything like that. And then when I finish that, I've got a hairdryer under the table here that stays plugged in all the time, and I just go use my hairdryer on it and get all of the glue, any glue that's, you know, stringing or anything like that. I get all of that off.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
this would be beautiful, you know, sitting in the middle of a table like this with a lantern in the center. It would be absolutely perfect for that.
And if you've never seen one of those, they're so pretty. You should watch. We've got a couple of videos on our blog and our YouTube
2 or 3.
channel,
Yeah.
showing how to make one of those, and they are really
Definitely.
They're really fun, and this would be perfect for that.
It would. It would.
But
so, does anybody have any other questions about how we did this, or about Design with the Pros, or anything? Because that's what we are here for, is to answer any questions that you might have.
yeah, Shannon, that's what we mentioned earlier about Grace Monroe Home. Those are my daughter's middle names.
Yes.
So I have a Stella Grace and an Olivia Monroe. And I was actually worried when I, so I have a 10-month-old today.
Today, exactly.
Does it seem like that long?
It does not seem
almost
like
old.
it's 10 months old. Oh my goodness. And he's into everything, is he not?
He is. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
But I was a little concerned that if he was a girl, that she would feel left out.
Yeah, of the Grace Monroe.
Of the Grace Monroe. But it's, I don't think he's going to care.
No. We'll have a little division off of Grace Monroe Home called Bennett, you know, or something.
Preston, his middle name.
Bennett Preston. Yeah.
But yes, so that's how we got that, our name, Grace Monroe Home.
And those are family names too, the middle names, Grace and Monroe. So kind of neat.
Oh, Robbie said he's so adorable. He is. He went to the park today, and so he just had so much fun. But it was a challenge keeping him from eating all the
dirt
sand
and the sand, and yes,
because he literally just wants to put everything in his mouth.
He does. He really does. Of course, all of them do. But he is so precious. She sent me a picture of him swinging in the swing, and it was so cute.
He had fun with that.
Yep. He is, and he's such a good baby. He's just like she was, smiled all the time.
I am
and
blessed.
He does.
He's a very good baby, and it'd be hard to do what we do if he was
I
not
know it.
so
I
good.
know it really would.
But he's just like go with the flow.
Yep.
He's good.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, I hope y'all have enjoyed this. You know, as you can see, we have a little bit different styles, but that's what's great about it. You make it your own. You know, if you like, you know, more greenery, add more greenery.
That's
if you don't,
exactly right.
You make it a little more understated.
Yep.
Like I did, and it's just your personal
and
style.
It really is, and that's what wreath making, you know, I said last night, it is an art, and just like two people can paint, you know, a scene, they can be looking at the same scene, and they're going to paint two different pictures, because it's what you see and what you bring to it. And that's what wreath making is, and that's what we teach in our Design with the Pros Club, that, you know, we give you the designs each month. You know, we do several tutorials, we teach you the techniques, but then you take it and make it your own.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, for
and
sure.
That's what, you know, that's what we want. That's the biggest thing, I think, that we try to get across is how to make that and put your own personality into things.
Yeah, and you know, everybody's different. We all have different styles and giftings, and you know, you just bring your own little flair to, to your designs.
Exactly.
But we give you kind of a baseline, I guess you would say. Kind of like, you know, we give you the recipe, and then you make it your own.
And then you make it your own, exactly.
You add all the seasonings. Right?
That's what
your
it
own
is.
Special sauce.
Hey, that's right, your own special sauce. That's right.
But if you are interested in joining Design with the Pros Club, we would love to have you as a member.
Yes, we would.
We're only open 2 to 3 times a year. It kind of depends on what we've got going on throughout the year, how many times. But we don't keep it open all the time. We want to spend the time that we are closed just loving on our people. And,
that's right.
And so we aren't open all the time. We'll be closing next week. So I will put the link in the comments. If you're interested in becoming a member, we would love to have you.
Yes, we just invite you to go to our GraceMonroeHome.com page, and it's www.gracemonroehome.com, and like she said, she will put the link in the somewhere. She'll put the link on there in the comments, and but you just go to the right corner and you'll see where it says join the club, and you just click that button and you can find out all the information about it.
Yeah, and those of you that have already joined, that you know, have hopped on with us the last day since we opened yesterday. We are so excited.
We are. We're so happy to have
you know,
y'all.
And we encourage you, when you get in the private Facebook group, make a post and introduce yourself, and, you know, let us get to know each other. We have so many people that have become best friends.
I'm telling you,
and
they really
met
have.
In our Design with the Pros Club.
Yes.
And it's always good just to have your tribe. And, you know, you can find that now anywhere, you know.
Yes, you don't have to live close to anybody anymore to you know, claim them as family. So
and we
that's
really
what's
do.
so good.
You know, my husband and I were talking about the other day that we have people that have connected and just built these, you know, friendships and relationships.
Yes.
Just by meeting
a lot of people
in our group. So we're not just about learning how to make wreaths. Yes, you will get access to over 100 wreath making and wreath business tutorials when you join.
Yep.
But you'll also be connected with so many people with the same type of interest. And
that's right.
Just an amazing community.
That's right.
So again, we just invite you to join us.
Yeah,
and
we'd love to have you.
To get to know you.
Yep.
Now, if you're watching us on Facebook, y'all be sure to follow our Facebook page and go to the, I don't know, I think it's in the top right-hand corner, the 3 little dots, and click follow us first, or see us first, I think it says, because Facebook has not been showing us, you know.
That's what they do, and yeah, they don't. I mean, people that I've been seeing for years, all of a sudden I don't see them anymore.
I know, y'all can relate.
You know, y'all know what that's like. So you have to click see first, or you won't see it.
Yeah.
So
and if you are watching us on YouTube, y'all be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you don't mind, and click the bell so you get notified when we release new videos. Because we're live, whether or not Design with the Pros Club is open, we're live every Friday at 4 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time for Flower Friday Live, and we will not stop that.
No.
So we'll still be live every Friday.
We still do that. That's exactly right. Because we love it. I love Fridays.
Yep. All right, guys. We thank y'all so much for joining us, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.